Hi everyone, it's Miss Trisha here. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well here with my family. We're staying at home, we're washing our hands, we're doing all the things that we should be, and I hope you guys are too. But I miss you guys terribly. I wish we were at the studio, but we're going to do another class for our ballet children ages 5 and 6. So again, that's our homeschool class, our pre-primary class, and our primary class. So let's start with our warm-up, all right? And I think everybody knows the warm-up, so just follow along with Miss Trisha. All right, here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rainbow, rainbow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rainbow, rainbow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rainbow, rainbow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rainbow. Well done. All right, and you even got a special visit from my puppy, Livy. All right, dancers, good warm up. Let's sit on the floor and work on our legs and feet. So we've been doing this one so far. It is our 8 alternating stretched feet and flexed feet, our bubbly legs for 4 counts, and then we high, pulling our legs into us and then stretch out. So make sure you show your beautiful pointed toes and your nice stretched legs, okay? Here we go with the music. Prepare. Ready and 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you have your tall back, bubbly legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big stretch. Do you have a nice, tall, happy back? That's it. Keep stretching those feet. Bubbly. 2, 3, 4. Big stretch. Well done, dancers. Did you keep your nice happy back? Great job. All right, great job. So now we're going to work on just our feet. Now, the last time we did class, we did our point and flex, and then we did it slowly. Point, 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 and flex. All right, so we're going to do that 2 times, and then we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to reach forward and stretch our fingers all the way to the ends of our toes, okay? So just follow along and you'll know exactly what Miss Trisha's doing. Here we go. So nice stretched feet in front of you. Nice, start with a flexed feet actually, and nice stretched legs. So flex those feet. Point, flex, flex. Now go through the toes and flex. 1, 2, 3, 4. Through the toes. Now arms up and reaching forward. Reach for those toes. And arms up and reach for those toes. And sit up. Well done. Good. All right, great job, everybody. Hopefully you got a nice big stretch when we reach to our toes, so good work. So now we're gonna go on to our arms and head exercise. So that is sitting on the floor, crisscross applesauce, and if you'll remember it from class, so let's do it together. But I want you to pretend that there are some beautiful flower petals on the floor, and so when we pick up with those delicate fingers and we throw them in the sky, you're going to think of flower petals, and we can say that out loud, okay? So sitting crisscross applesauce, and I'll get the music. Here we go. Ready, and 1, 2. Make it nice. and gentle hands. Good work. Well, that was funny because even like in class, Miss Tricia sometimes makes mistakes about what exercise we're doing, and I just made that same mistake this time. I was thinking about the flower petals from our pre-primary, but I really wanted to do our primary arms and head exercise. So there were no flower petals in that exercise. So I'm sorry about that, but even sometimes Miss Tricia makes mistakes, right? Yeah. All right, good job. So now we're going to work on our exercise called bend and spin. So let's start with our feet parallel, or sometimes we call them our best friend feet. And we're going to pretend that we're holding our skirt. So if you have your skirt on today, make sure you hold the ends of your skirt with your gentle arms and you're showing your nice straight arms. We don't want to have the bent arms because that looks a little bit yucky. We want to have nice straight arms and making the shape of a triangle. Okay, so we're going to start with our best friend feet and we're going to take our bend, stretch, rise up, a little turn on your spot. Make sure you're using 2 feet on the balls of your feet. And then we come back down to piece of pizza. Or we also call it ballet first position, but piece of pizza is fun too. Now let's take our 2 bends, but in first position, so that we make our window. 1 and stretch, 2 and stretch, rise up on those demi points, a turn on your demi point, back to best friend feet. Bend and stretch, rise. Now see if you can turn the opposite way. Don't always turn the same way. Turn the opposite way. Piece of pizza. Bend and stretch, rise, turn, back to best friend feet. Good, let's try it with the music. Here we go. Prepare, so starting with our best friend feet. Good job. All right, good job with your bend and spin exercise. So now we're going to move on to our bend and point exercise. So this is where we really practice our pointed toes, and we're going to make sure we're doing it in our turned out position. So let's go over it. So we have to start in ballet first. I'm going to move up as close as I can, and let's put our mittens on our waist. Remember, no gloves, right? You don't want to see your bodysuit through your fingers. You want to make them nice and tight. So we're going to start with our 2 pliés in our first position, everyone. So bend, stretch, bend, stretch. Now we're going to use our right leg and slide our foot forward, showing our turned out leg. So you don't want to show the front of your leg. You want to show the inside of your leg. That's it. So you show those little diamonds on your heels. So let's try that. We go 1, 2, 3, slide back. And then we do our 2 more pliés. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Now we use the opposite foot, so that'll be our left foot. 5 and 6 and 7, close 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Good. Now see how I'm standing up up so tall. Remember that you have to keep your body up nice and tall as well. We don't want to sort of have a slumpy, couch potato body. We want to have a nice pulled up dancer body. Okay, so let's try it with the music. So standing in first position with your hands on your waist, let's do our bend and point. Prepare. Ready. Well done, dancers. All right, good job on the bend and point. So now we're going to try our transfer of weight exercise. We haven't done this one on video yet, so let's talk about it. But transfer of weight means that we're transferring our body weight from one side to the other, or normally it's from one foot to the other, right? So remember our butterfly exercise where we catch butterflies? So let's talk about it. I'm gonna move all the way back to the back of my room. Make sure you have lots of space, okay? My hands are gonna start at my sides, and I'm going to look for my butterflies. We're gonna try to catch those butterflies, but I'm going to go look over there and see how I pointed my foot that I left behind, and then I'm gonna look over there and I pointed that foot that I left behind. So what I'm doing is I'm transferring my body from one leg to the next leg, okay? So let's do it 4 times, and you can look for those butterflies, and if you want to show your looking eyes and your looking hand, that is fine too. But don't forget to point your toe that you leave behind. That's the most important part. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget to use those eyes. Then you're gonna have to run on the spot, I think, when we're in our houses. 5, 6, and then you're gonna do a swish with your leg. Swish, jump. Let's try that together. Ready? So swish one leg, swish, jump. And I didn't do it very high. I didn't let my leg go really high. I just kept it really low. And I went swish, jump. Good. And when I swish, jump, I'm gonna catch the butterfly in my hands. But of course, we're gonna be very nice to the butterfly, and we're going to let it go. And then we start all over again. So 4 transfers of weight. 1, looking for those butterflies. 2, 3, 4, runs on the spot, swish, and catch the butterfly, let it go. Okay, let's try it with the music. All right, ready? Prepare. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Well done. Did you catch your butterflies? Good work. All right, well done, dancers. So let's go on to some marches. Now remember, marches have to go in that special position called retire. Everybody say that out loud. Retire. Let's talk about what that looks like. So retire, if I stand sideways for you, remember that our pointed foot goes right at the side of our knee. It's not behind, it's not in front, it's not down low, but it's right at the side of my knee, okay? So when I look at you from the front, my knee is in front and my foot is nice and strong connected to my knee. And then of course I do it on the other one. okay? When we march, we have nice, strong soldier arms, but we're gonna keep them below our shoulders. We don't wanna lift our arms too high, okay? So nice and strong, low. Now, we're going to have to be marching statues. So I want you to count to 4 and hold one march for 4 counts. So watch Miss Trisha. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how I was a statue? Then I do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how I stayed nice and still and I held my balance? Can you hold your balance? Let's try that together. Ready? So best friend feet. We're going to do 2 statue marches. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Did you balance or did you fall over? Let's try it one more time. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good work. Now let's do our fast marches and we're going to do 8 of them. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So here's the whole thing. You have to put it all together. 2 statue marches. Okay, we count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 times. And then 8 quick marches. I'm going to show you how that works. So I'm going to start in this corner of my room. And I'm going to go to, see how I have sort of a rectangular mat in my living room? And I'm going to follow the lines of my mat. So the first 2 lines are going to look like this, and then we'll do it with the music and we'll go all the way around. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I'm at the top corner, and now I'm going to take this line across my mat. Soldier statue, 3, 4. Soldier statue, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I would turn and go back down this line. And then I would turn and take this line back to where I started. So should we try it with the music? Are you ready? So best friend feet. At the start of your rectangle or your square, here we go. And soldier, soldier, go. 6, 7, 8, statue, statue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, next one, statue, statue. Well done. Good work. All right, good job on your marches, everybody. I hope you showed a really good retire with that pointed foot. So keep practicing that, because that retire comes in so many things when we're doing when we're dancing. Like we use skips. We have a retire in our skips. When you get big, you get to do turns and your leg goes in retire. So retire is a really important position. So I really want you to practice it as much as you can. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to work on is called springs, and we're going to do heel springs today. It's kind of fun. Okay, so let's stand in first position with our hands on our waist. Okay, so our piece of pizza and our mittens. Now heel springs are super fun. You're just going to put one heel in front of you with your toe nice and flexed, and then switch legs. Heel with your toe flex, just like we did flex and point at the beginning of our class, okay? Except now we have to jump them. Watch Miss Trisha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So each time I'm showing my heel in front of my body. I don't want to put it out at the side. I want to make sure my heel is in the front of my body, okay? So we're going to count 8 of those, and then we're going to count 8 claps. that gives us a little break from jumping. Then we'll go right back to the springs with our heels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 claps. Okay, so that's also another really important thing for dancers, counting the music. So 8, when we count to 8, that's a pretty common thing for dancers to count to, is 8. That's why you hear your dance teacher say 5, 6, 7, 8, because we count up to 8 in most of the things that we do in dance, okay? So practicing our counting in dance is really important as well. Okay, so let's try our springs and our claps, 8 of each with the music. So please start in your first position with your mittens on your waist. Are we ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well done. Did you count your 8s? Good job. All right, very good. Springs with your heels. That's really good because that's going to introduce us into other steps called spring points, where we do it with pointed toes. So if you think that you want to practice that, instead of doing heels, you can do pointed toes on those springs instead. So, because that's what we're going to learn next. So if you think you can do it, that would be great. All right, so now it comes to where we're going to do our imaginative movement. So Miss Trish is going to give you 2 different pieces of music. They're going to sound very different. So you get to dance in different ways to each pieces of those music. So the first one's going to be a slower and softer piece, and the second one is going to be quicker. All right, so enjoy. Here we go. And your second piece is this one. This one's a little faster. All right, I hope you had some really nice dancing to those pieces of music. The last piece really reminded me of something fun like going to the fair or having fun with friends and doing some skips and stuff like that. So hopefully you did lots of skips to that piece of music. So now it brings us to the end of our class. So we're going to do our reverence, which has our curtsies in it. And of course, if you remember, that means thank you, right? We normally say thank you to our teacher. But today, maybe you can say thank you to your mommy and daddy for putting on the video for you. Okay, so it starts with our 8 sways, going to the right side first, and then our 2 curtsies starting to the right side first. So let's go over it together. So we start in our ballet first position and our hands at our side, and we're going to use our transfer weight exercise. We transfer all our weight onto one leg, and we make sure that foot that we leave behind is pointed. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, nice and soft, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now here's my right foot that's pointed and ready to go. So I step to the right, 1, put my ball of my foot behind me, 2, bend and nod my head to say thank you with my body, and then the left and ball of the foot, thank you, stretch, and then I stand back in first position. Let's try it with the music. Here we go. Prepare. Ready? First position. Well done, dancers. Thank you for doing class with me today. I will see you next time. See you later. Bye.